Hello, hello, hello. I hope you're having a good evening. Welcome to the Artist Showcase. I'm Freddy Oak, and I'm super excited to be here with you and be able to share a little bit more about my new song, When Phoebe Held My Hand, and yeah, just connect with you a little bit. Um, yeah, I wanted to start this evening by, just quickly mentioning this project that I've been working on. And the project is I set this goal at the beginning of the year that I was going to record and release one song every single month this year and play one show every single month this year. And so far, so good. Um, but it feels really good to be taking on this challenge because I don't know. I think it's really easy sometimes as an artist. And if you're an artist, you understand that sometimes you can get really, really precious about individual pieces that you do. And this is a really great exercise in just pushing through that feeling and releasing it in the true sense of the word. Releasing it. So, without further ado, I want to share a little bit about what this song that I wrote for this month is about. And the song is called When Phoebe Held My Hand. And it's all about maybe you have a friend like this, but it's about those friends who kind of defy the laws of gravity in a sense. They It doesn't matter how long it's been since you've seen them, when you come back together, it's like no time has passed at all and you kind of just pick up where you left off. And I really wanted to honor those friendships because they're really important and really beautiful and also quite rare too. Um, and in the song, I kind of find myself thinking about how in those friendships, um, sometimes you don't necessarily like want your friends to change, but you want your friends to be happy. And so if they do end up changing and you do go in separate directions, then finding peace with that and honoring them in their change. I think that that can be really hard to do sometimes on an emotional level, but is really important for maintaining those friendships and really truly loving that person. So, yeah, without further ado, I'm going to play the song. And actually, I want to introduce you to somebody. It's Luna. So, this is Luna, my wife, and we're going to play the song together. I feel really lucky that she's down to do this with me, and we'll play it together. I'm going to move the mic a little, and hopefully you'll be able to hear both of us okay. Hey, before we get started, show us some love in the chat. Show Luna some love in the chat. Megan says hi.
Hi.
All right, thank you. Here we go. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. I was 13, long hair, frizzy, no sense of my own style yet. Eyes were sailing from a phone call saying Nikki was caught in the influence of death. Nothing made sense for a moment, then a week. Then Phoebe found me off the grounds by the creek. She was always arrogant, obnoxious, non-discreet, but now she quietly reminded me that I had company. Sorry for your loss. when Phoebe held my hand, I finally felt seen. Now I'm off to school across the country. Lucky me, I got out of this town. When she calls me, she's all about the memories and catching me up on all the come downs. This summer we won't hold our tongues. We'll sit on twin beds and laugh like we're young. Well, I guess we are, but time is always relative, philosophizing everything. Like, how did we end up like this? Please never change is never what they mean. When Phoebe held my hand, I finally felt seen. If we grow apart, she'll still be in my heart. That's not what I mean, but it's true. I'd do anything for you. It's not really what I mean, but when I hold your hand, I hope that you feel seen. I hope that you feel seen. Thank you, Luna. I love playing music with you. Thank you again so much for being here tonight. Again, I'm Freddy Oak, and that was my new song, When Phoebe Held My Hand. I just finished mentioning that I'm recording a song and recording and releasing a song every month this year. And, oh, thank you so much, Megan. I'm so glad that you like it. Yeah, I shared a little bit about that this song is about friendship and about those really lasting, enduring friendships that even if you don't see each other for a long, long time, when you come back together, it's like nothing changed. And I wanted to share a little bit of kind of a deeper story behind that song. So in the song, in the first verse, I mentioned someone named Nikki. And Nikki was one of my best friends from childhood. I kind of moved around a lot, so those really early friendships like really meant a lot to me. And when I was in college, I found out that she passed away. She got into a car accident, and so this one day I was in the dorms at college, and I was sitting there and just like really upset and sad because I was thinking about my friend, and I had just learned the news. And this person who was this like kind of big partier, and he was kind of all over the place, really funny and kind of like bombastic of a person, um, saw me sitting on the stairs and kind of was like, "Hey, what's going on?" And I told him what happened to my friend, and he actually like really softened in that moment, and he came and he sat down next to me, and he gave me this like bracelet that he was wearing, and he was like, he told me about someone that he lost in his own life, and really connected with me on this deep level. And that moment kind of started like a new friendship kind of sprung out of that. And when I think about friendships changing over time, you know, I think of them going through these transformations, and that was one example of a really beautiful transformation of friendship. Sometimes when one friendship ends for one reason or another, um, a new one kind of blooms out of that. And it's hard to lose people. And when I think about the idea of, what that felt like for me, and from somebody who, it had been a long time since I had seen her, it makes moments like what's happening right now in the world really challenging to sit with. You know, in Palestine right now, there's a genocide going on, and it's really difficult sometimes to sit there and think about my own experience in life and just like certain losses that, I've experienced in one way or another, and really think about the depth of what that means for people that are navigating that on a really large scale right now. And so I'd like to just take a moment of silence for the people in Palestine and for um, people that have lost loved ones and are currently struggling for their own, fighting for their own lives and the lives of their family. I'm gonna put a couple of links in the chat. Um, the first one is a Gaza Mutual Aid Solidarity Google Doc. And in it, there's some really, really cool information, including information on how to create your own micro fundraiser, as well as ways that you can volunteer to help with transferring funds to Gaza. It's really difficult to get funds into Gaza right now. And then lastly, information on donating directly. One other thing I'm going to throw in the chat is a website called Crips for, or it's a fundraiser called Crips for eSIMs for Gaza, which is, oh gosh, I lost my screen here, which is a way that you can donate to get eSIMs to people in Gaza so that they can have access to be able to call their family both in and stay in contact with their families and friends in and out of Gaza right now. So sometimes it can definitely feel pretty what's the word? Yeah, like we're powerless, but there are some small things that we can do, and those are a couple of resources that hopefully um, I encourage you to click on those links. You can save them and come back to them later. And without further ado, I also want to just announce really quickly that at the end of this live stream, I'm going to be doing a little merch giveaway for y'all. So one person is going to get a piece of merch. I have these things called starter packs, which are basically an envelope of goodies, and one of the goodies that will be in there, which is special, and this is a new merch drop just for this song, When Phoebe Held My Hand, is this keychain, which says "I finally felt seen," and um, and so yeah, if you win the merch giveaway, you will get one of these keychains in your little starter pack, and we will be in touch with each other. So I will talk a little bit more about it at the end of the live stream. But yeah, stay where you are so that you can be included in the merch giveaway because I want to give you some stuff. Okay. The next thing I wanted to do really quickly here is I wanted to invite you to check out some stuff. I hope this is working. I think I got it going here. So yeah, this is actually the session where I recorded When Phoebe Held My Hand, and if you don't know about this, I actually do music production coaching where I teach and work with artists on recording their music straight from home. And I recorded this song straight from home myself, and I just wanted to show a couple of little production goodies. So, one thing that feels like it would be fun to share is toward the end here in the this sort of interlude and then into the bridge area, I recorded these guitar solos, and I wanted to play something for a second because at first I did one guitar solo and it sounded like this. And it goes on to play kind of long notes through the bridge. But when I was listening to it back with the whole song, I was like, it's a little bit boring. Like it's cool, but it needed more. And so then that's when I had this idea to actually like harmonize that guitar solo and make another one and record over it. So then the guitar solo ended up sounding like this. Anyway, I thought that was like kind of a fun little production goodie. Another one, I'm not sure if you saw me posting about this today, but another kind of production goodie was the mandolin in the song. Um, Luna's brother actually had a mandolin, and Luna's parents moved out of their family house this past year. And when they did that, the mandolin needed a new home, basically. so so yeah, we ended up having the mandolin here, and so I got to use it for this song, and I wanted to share at first. Here we go. I really love this. I put kind of this long reverb tail on it with some distortion, and it just ended up sounding really lovely and really magical. But yeah, those were just a couple of the goodies I wanted to share. Um, I wanted to open it up real quick to see if anyone watching has any questions that they wanted to ask, excuse me, about the song or anything like that. There's a little bit of a lag between when I talk and when it actually shows up on your end, so I'll just wait a few seconds here to see if anybody has any questions. Um, I'm happy to share, yeah, whatever you're curious about if you are. Well, if no one has any questions, we can go ahead and move on to the merch giveaway. So if you would like to participate, if you would like to have the chance to win, then I would like you in the chat to comment with the words, I want some free merch, and that will enter you into the drawing. And if there's multiple people who want free merch, then after this live stream, I will put it in a random number generator and choose that way. And I will announce it tomorrow. So if you want to get some free merch, comment in the chat right now, I want some free merch. Seems like nobody wants free merch. Well, that's okay. It will save me some shipping money if you don't want any. But want to leave the offer there if you want it. Um, if you are wanting to support what I'm doing and get some merch yourself, I'll drop a link where you can buy your own starter pack. And for everything that for all the starter packs that I sell, up until the next song I release, I will include the keychain, the I Finally Felt Seen keychains in those packages as well. So if you did want one of those, they're available as well. Anything else you want to add, Luna? She's shaking her head no. Okay. Well, if that's everything, I'm going to sign off, and I hope you have a really lovely rest of the evening and a lovely rest of the week. And thank you so much for letting me share my art with you and my music with you. Good night. Cool.